Hello soulmates, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be having a quick training on how to draft an extended collar. Now I'll be using this sheet of paper as an illustration. Get your fabric and fold it into four. I don't know if you understand me. Get your fabric, fold it by two, then fold it again. This is so as to have both your front and back fabric being cut together. Now measure your shoulder and your sleeve length together. You can choose to add extra 12 inches to your shoulder measurement, that is the shoulder divided by 2, to get your sleeve length. You can add 12 to 10 inches. Mark out your neck width by 3 inches. Now remember, this neck width is for both your front and your back neck width. Come down by 14 inches for your front. At the sleeve length, come down by 1 inch or 1.5 inch. This is to form your shoulder drop. Now we're still working on the neck depth. Come down by 1 inch for your back neck depth. Then the front neck depth can come down by 7 to 9 inches. Depends on your preference. Depends on how deep you want the front opening to be. So the back is by 1 inch, the front from 7 to 9 inches. Having used 7 to 9 inches, you can start to use 7 inches or 9 inches. Depends on how opening you want your front neck width length. Sorry. Now from that point, mark out 2 inches down to the 14 inches we marked out initially. You can decide to use 2 inches or 1.5 inches. This determines the wideness of the flap of that collar. So if you want it to be 3 inches wide, use 1.5. If you want it to be 4 inches wide, use 2 inches. Now let's cut through what we have here. First, cut out the back neckline. That's the first thing to cut out, the back neckline. Then cut your shoulder slant. Cut it out. Then the next thing to do is to separate your back from your front fabric. Now watch how I will cut the front neckline. Watch how I cut the front neckline. First, cut through the 14 inches we first marked out. Then take it up to the 7 inches and cut out the slant. Now when you open it up, you have your front neckline this way. It's time to join the front and back shoulder together. Watch how I join them together. Get your shoulder, your back shoulder, join it together to the front shoulder and stitch. If you have watched up to this point, I would love you to do something for me. Hit that subscribe button, share, like, and comment. After joining your front and your shoulder together, the next thing is to notch your back mid neckline. Your back neckline, notch the midpoint. Then from there, measure down to your front neckline. That point we marked 14 inches. Just watch how I measured the neckline for a better understanding. You'll be measuring through from your front round to your back neckline. It's as simple as that. Look at how I demonstrated the measure from that 14 inches we cut out round to your back neckline down to the front neckline again. Now whatever you get, that's what you'll be cutting out. That's the collar length you'll be cutting out. Now I will advise you add extra 4 inches to the length of your collar. to be on a safer side. For instance, if the measurement we got was 30 inches, I'll be cutting out 34 inches, that is extra 4 inches. Alright, then the width of 2.5 unfold. Remember what we cut at the front neckline was 2 inches, so we'll be cutting 2.5 unfold. This 1.5 unfold. When you open it up, you'll be having 5 inches. The extra half inch to the 2 inches is for sewing allowance. Now the reason you are seeing two materials like stitched down at that point I'm just showing you is because the material will not be enough for the 34 inches. So if you have enough material, just cut out your 34 inches once. Okay, now from the back mid point, measure it down to that 7 inches we marked initially. Remember the 7 inches we marked first at the front neckline? That is the point you measure from the back midpoint down to that 7 inches. Whatever you get, measure it down. Measure it down as illustrated down on this your collar. Now that particular place I measured down, I will not be stitching on it, but from that point you marked down to the other end, that is the point to be stitched. Look at what I just did. The place I did not mark at all, I won't be stitching on it, but from that point down to the other end I will stitch on it. Now I'll just hand stitch it. This is just an illustration, but you still understand what I meant. I stitch at the top to join my fabric from the point I measured, from that mid on the back midpoint to the 7 inches front neckline I measured. I left it open. Now from there I sew down. Now watch how it will look like if you did what I just said correctly. Yola, our extended collar is ready. Now look at how to fix your collar to your neckline. The midpoint of this collar, face it down to that the mid back line we notched. Okay, face it to the mid back line we notched. Yes, then from there sew it down to the front as seen. Okay, then sew the other end too as seen. Now our collar is ready. Thank you for watching.